Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Tribe Called Wealth, episode 13, where we talking to you about creating a positive mindset for optimal performance. You got me, your host, Coach Burkett. I got my co-host Jimmy Carter. He's coming in. He having some technical difficulties right now, but nevertheless, he's coming through. We're gonna give some time for people to fall in. I'm gonna throw some updates out there. And guys, when you come in, let us know where you checking in from. Where are you at? Talk to us. Talk to us. We live, guys. Don't be afraid to come chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video, guys. We are live, and I'm going to add everyone like I do. I got my co-host Jimmy. He's coming in, guys. But nevertheless, we are here to give you the gems. What we are creating a positive mindset for optimal performance. All right. That is so important, guys. How many of us know that mindset or agree that mindset is important? If you guys agree that mindset is important, type a one for me in the chat. Let me know you are there and you agree with me. Because mindset is key. All right. And we got to make sure that we got that mind optimal for the performance, the most performance, right? For the best we can do. So as I give some of us some time to fall in. Hey, we got Gina checking in from YouTube. What's going on, Gina? How you doing? Appreciate you rocking with us as usual. Welcome. We got a great topic for you guys today. It's the mindset, guys. The mindset is so key because as I was talking to a friend, if you do the mind, right? If you put the mind there, the body will follow. All right. The body does what the mind tells it to do. So, can and can't do, right? So we are here to empower your financial future. So make sure you like, subscribe to the page, and we're gonna get kind of dive into it, guys. Like I said, we got views chiming in, guys. First of all, let me know. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me well, because part of the reason why my co-host not on, we have some audio issues. So please let me know that the audio and the video is good. We want to make sure we're giving you, these gems because we got something special for you, man. I'm excited. So guys, talk to me. Let me know you can hear me, you can see me. Everything is good. All right. And we're going to talk about this, creating a positive mindset for optimal performance. All right. Let me get some of this water here. There we go. Okay. Guys, you there? Let me know. Let me know you can hear me, guys. Can you hear me good? Give me a 2 in the chat. So we got viewers falling in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Make sure you let us know where you're checking in from. We want to connect people from all around. All right, make sure you let us know where you're checking in from. I'm down at the bottom, guys, in Mississippi. Okay, there we go. Hey, checking in from the Windy City. Hey, love it. Shout out to Chicago, the GOAT. All right. Hey, what's up, Coach? Mike, my man, what's going on, Mike? Mike, I was thinking about you, man. It was, we got to talk. Okay, Mike, you can hear me. All right, Jenny say it's breaking up a bit. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything on my end. I appreciate that. But for the most part, the volume and everything good. Yeah, it looked like it's going to be not the best connection day. Like I said, still waiting on Jimmy to come back in. But we're going to dive right into these topics. And Jimmy, he's a pro. He's going to get in where he fit in because that's my dog, right? All right, we got actually my man in the comments. Yes, for sure. Yeah, Jimmy. For sure, man. That's my dog. All right, so let's just get right into it, guys. We are talking about creating a positive mindset for optimal performance. All right. So this is something that's big for me. What I really had to do to change my outcome of things, and that was watching what I said and how I said them. Right. For example, what I mean is, if you say, I talk to people a lot, and I hear people say things like, "Man, I hope I can do this," right? or something like, I wish this could happen, or I'm trying to be a better person. Guys, when you say the power of words, right? When you say things, they typically becomes reality. And if you saying things like I'm trying or I'm hoping, if you leaving it up to a try or a hope, then you're not doing, all right? Because part of what we want to do, all right, because we empower your financial future, but part of that is you taking control and being intentional about what you're doing, about what you want to do. All right. I see we got more viewers coming in. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Don't be afraid to jump in the comments and let us know where you're checking in from. We talking about empowering. I'm sorry, not empower. Excuse me. That's another episode. But we are talking about having a positive mindset for optimal performance. And the first thing is our way with words, how we talk to each other. I'm sorry, ourselves. Excuse me, how we talk to ourselves about I'm trying to do this, or I hope I can be able to buy this or afford this, or I hope my business does this, or I hope I can. I'm trying. Like, no, man, we got to get out of that mindset. We got to be intentional because words are powerful and words actually becomes reality. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we watching what we say, all right, and being intentional with our actions. Okay. And that kind of leads me to something else where we want to talk about, engaging in positive self-talk, and I'm not necessarily saying, you gotta just, hey, this is great, this is great, this is great. But just like you gotta not say, I'm trying or this and that, you need to tell yourself, hey, it's okay, right? Hey, you can do this. I'm going to do this, no matter how long it takes. Because I think that's a big thing too. We put a time frame on things, like, hey, and part of that comes from comparing to other people, which that's a whole nother damn topic. But we put a time frame on things, and if we don't get it in that time frame, then we feel like that's the pass fail bar, right? You know what I mean? So we just have to really, like I said, just be mindful, man, of what we are trying to accomplish, of the bigger goal and things that we can do, right, within ourselves that doesn't cost us anything. It doesn't cost us any amount of money to take trying, hoping, wishing, things like that out of our vocabulary, right? It doesn't take anything for us to speak life into ourselves. A lot of times we go and seek these things through somebody else when the whole time the shit is in us. It's on us to do it, right? How the hell I'm going to invest in you and yourself if you're not going to invest in you and yourself? That's crazy, right? So to me anyway. So I challenge you guys, you viewers, to really be intentional about what you want to do. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to the comments a little bit. I got Jimmy still in the comments. My man holding strong. Say words are powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Words, man, just think about it, guys. I mean, think about how words. I give you a perfect scenario. Children, kids are brutally honest, right? Just think about how many times you've seen or experienced a kid just and them just words, and it hurts from a kid typically because they're honest. That's how they, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you fat, you dirty, whatever the case may be. They're honest. They're gonna tell it how they see it. So that's the thing, right? So yeah, man, we got okay, Facebook user, I see you checking in from Wilmington, North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina, appreciate you. All right, checking in with us. I'm sorry I don't see your name, but again, Facebook, it just doesn't want us to be great. Doesn't want us to be great, but we're gonna be great anyway, right? Because we're not hoping, right? We're not leaving it up to uh 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 I'm sorry, Jimmy just threw me out. Jimmy, guys, let me bring Jimmy in the stream here.
Yo, 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 can you hear me?
Yeah, you kind of low, man, but I hear you. What
All
about
right,
everybody else? Can you guys hear Jimmy?
because I'm using the cell phone, so my computer's taking forever to update. Didn't want us to be great tonight, but it's all right because if there's a will, there's a way.
Okay, okay. You kind of low to me. I'm hoping everybody else can hear you, but you real low to me, man. So I'm gonna do my best to listen to you and hear you. You know what I mean? Not talk over you.
All good, sir.
You guys are now hoping y'all making it happen. Yes, I can hear. Okay, great. Gina say she. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even I didn't even post it on there. Jenna said, "You guys are not hoping y'all making it happy." Yes, I get for sure, Jenna. Man, we
There we go.
really trying. Look at that. Look at that. Trying. You see that? You see that? We are really doing
Making
this,
it
making it happen.
That's right.
It's real. It's real. All right, we got to say they can hear. So Jimmy, just excuse me, man, if I overtalk you, I can't hear you, brother. You know. So, but we gonna rock it out because that's what we do.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, my man Mike say his grandson brutally honest. Absolutely, that's what I mean. Kids, they just they'll do it to you every time.
Every time.
Every time. Here I see Jimmy. Okay, perfect.
Ooh, cool.
All right, Jimmy. So yeah, man, I know you've been watching. So feel free to chime in here. You know, but we're just talking about, you know, these things that we do. I left off on like the positive self-talk, and that led me to another one about, you know, having self-gratitude. You know what I mean? And self-passion, right? You gotta have, like, you gotta fight for something, man.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm one of the most chill people, right? But it's a couple things that'll, you know what I'm saying, throw gasoline on my fire. All right, and I ain't gonna tell people that because I don't want them to know, you know. But you have to have passion, and that's that self passion. That means you gotta love something, stand for something. So yeah, I don't want to overtalk you, Jimmy. So go ahead, brother. I know this your thing right here.
I know, right? No, you're absolutely right. And we've probably heard the phrase over the years. Start with why. You know, great book by Simon Sinek. If you haven't read it, read it, or at least watch his TED talk about it. But your why has to be strong enough, right? And it comes back to what you said, Coach, about self-passion, right? What is it that is going to hit those emotional buttons? Because once you hit those emotional buttons, it's going to give you the strength that's going to pull you towards your goals. So you don't want to push yourself, because when you push yourself, you run out of energy. You want that goal to pull you. Well, how do you do that? It's with emotion. Well, how do you tap into those emotions? Well, you got to have a strong enough why, and it goes back to the self-passion. Like, what's that important to you to make you want to do the things that you need to do to move closer to where you want to be? So definitely, you know, self-passion is huge. You know, like I said, I think of it as find your why. And how you do that, you can't just say, for example, a lot of people be like, so why do you want to start a business?
Right.
People say, right? Oh, well, I want to make more money. My job don't pay me enough. Okay, well, why do you want to make more money? Because if you just say I want to make more money, that's not strong enough.
Okay.
That's not gonna. That's like, it's too vague. What does that mean? What does more money mean to you? Does it mean you know, getting out of a bad situation? Does it mean, you know, buying your dream house, or, you know, paying for your kids' college? Like, what does more money mean? You got to keep asking yourself, why do I want this? Okay, write it down. Why do you want it? You got to keep doing that at least 5 times until you figure out that trigger that's like, all right, this is it. It almost like makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That's what's going to inspire you to do what you need to do to get the job done.
That's real. That's real, man. Well said. You know, that's why you are who you are, my man. Straight up. But yeah, man. So that's Jimmy said it. We got a couple comments, man. Jimmy, people happy you joined us, dog.
Well, I appreciate them for joining us.
Absolutely.
They the real MVP.
For sure. And especially shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us every week, guys. We've been here every Wednesday. All right, 7:35 p.m. Now, last week we started a little later because we had some issues, but we still 7:30. I mean, every Wednesday. All right, so follow us on YouTube and social medias to stay in tune with what we got going, because we gonna bring it to you. All right. My dog Vaughn, what up, brother?
He said, "What up, Mike?" I saw, "What up, Jimmy?" "What up, Mike?" "Vaughn, what's good, sir?"
Yes. So I guess that's a great time to kind of transition to a quick break where I want to give you guys the opportunity to go to birdcatfirstclass.com, fill out the information box, get the free stuff, man. Get the free stuff. We got courses, and actually, me and Jimmy, man, we've been talking. We gonna do some more stuff. We're gonna do some updated things and just, you know, have that that accountability calls, just a lot of things we got going on in the works. But we got to make sure that everybody's in and ready to go, so that way we could do it. Because we're not hoping, right? We not trying. We're gonna do it.
That's
So
right.
we want to get at least 5 people. So make sure you guys go to Birdcat First Class, type in save money, and get the free courses and get put on that list. And then we're gonna start it and morning accountability calls and start rocking it out. We got a bunch of private groups we could join you, add you to, and we're gonna really start pushing out, that good stuff. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to miss out. Free 99.
Yep.
Take advantage.
Man, say I'm locking y'all in every Wednesday.
Hey, Mike,
Shout
we
out to my man
appreciate
Mike. Mike been rocking with us. Mike know how we do.
you. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Mike. Yeah, for sure.
You've been rocking with us for a minute now. Much appreciated, my man.
Absolutely.
My computer's looks like it's about to start. Maybe I might try to transition. We'll see.
Actually, I don't know how you feeling, but you looking good and sounding good with the phone, brother. So
hey, well, we'll keep the phone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's
and that's
keep it.
That's the thing too, man. It's like that's what makes it like dope. Like you see how like every week, bro, you already know it's something. It's something. Right before showtime, we in the back room scrambling, trying to
Yeah.
And even with this, like, man, look, go ahead, Birdcat. I'm gonna just jump in, get in where I fit in, type deal. My man pull out his phone, and we getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's how you get shit done. I love it.
Hey, I got to give a shout out though. I got to give a shout out because the phone wasn't even my idea. Gina, appreciate you. Like, get on your phone. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Shout out to you, Gina. That's how you do it. Hey, get shit done.
Teamwork make the dream work.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gina. I like Gina for sure.
Yeah, she's pretty dope, and she rocks with us every week.
Every week,
always engaging. It's a good thing.
Yep. Always got some good feedback for us too, man. That's dope.
Always.
All right, so we got a question, Jimmy. We got a question. We're gonna take this one question, then we're gonna go back to what our topic. What is your 3 must read and why? I like that.
So,
matter of fact,
I got a bunch.
However, just 3.
I'm just going to assume that we're talking personal development, because it depends what you want to read about, right? But my top 3 for mindset and personal development, I would say Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. He's known for Think and Grow Rich, but I think Outwitting the Devil is a better book. Number 2, Principles by Ray Dalio. It's a huge book. It's actually 3 books in one. So if you want to skip ahead and read Life Principles, which is the middle section of the book, go ahead and do that. But priceless gems. I reread that section of the book all the time. And if you're a business owner, they have work principles too. So great if you're in like a leadership position or you work with teams, you're a coach. So Principles by Ray Dalio.
Okay.
And then the third one, Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Again, he's known for the 48 Laws of Power, which is a great book. It's one of my favorites, but I think The Laws of Human Nature is his best book. So those are my top 3 for personal development.
There you go. Just like that.
That's a very large book as well.
Hey,
but the cool thing about that book is you don't have to read it like in a linear, like chapter 1, chapter 2. You can skip ahead to chapter like, oh, I think I need to learn this lesson. You can just read that. So that's what's kind of cool about it. So, wherever you're trying to really focus on, and what's cool about Law of Human Nature is broken into sections where like it talks about learning yourself, learning how to deal with others, human nature. So it's got a lot of sections on there. So like whatever you feel you want to be more adept in, you just go straight to that section. And I'll throw a 4th one in there because we're talking about mindset and thinking. Think Again by Adam Grant. That was probably my favorite book of 2020. Think Again by Adam Grant. And what that book's about, it's essentially you've all heard the phrase, right? What you don't know won't hurt you.
Yes.
Well, that book is the opposite of that phrase. It's like the anti that quote. It's essentially what he's saying is what you don't know will hurt you.
Absolutely. That's what I'm
And
learning. Yeah.
you don't know as much as you think you do. That's why it's called think again. So
Okay.
what it does, he challenges you to kind of rethink like your thought process and understanding that there's so many different variables and perspectives that and biases that you have that causes you to overlook a lot of details when you're thinking about things. So it's really important to have a more thorough thought process when you're going about anything, where you're dealing with people, where you're dealing with business. It's just so much out there that we just tend to give surface level answer, or I shouldn't say that, but answers based off surface level thinking. And he pretty much breaks down how, because of all the biases and the variables and stuff we don't account for, we're actually hindering our results.
Mm.
Great book. So I had to throw a bonus one in there, but definitely read those first three. But Think Again by Adam Grant is a great one as well.
Man, I appreciate that. I had to find my pen. Sure, for sure. You know? So we're gonna go right back on that path, right? As far as creating a positive mindset for optimal performance, right? Because we want to, guys. What I'm learning as I get older too, because and that's what I kick myself about not like doing this younger Jimmy is like just using these techniques and just pushing your body and mind to certain limits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I guess that come with maturity,
Yeah.
but I just, when you're younger, like shit, you're more flexible. You
Yeah.
burn the candle on both ends, all that good shit, right? So now I'm older, it's like, hey, you got to be a lot more strategic with how you do things and conduct your day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I just wish that I was more in tune with that type of stuff as a younger person, right? Because the body, as we know, as we get older, we get more limited. Um, so, man, we have to develop, and this is why this part is big. We got to develop a growth mindset. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember what I started the show with: when the mind is there, the body will follow, right? So we got a growth mindset. Not only do we grow, right, but we also instill that into the generations that we are raising, and they instill it to the ones behind us and behind us. And that's another big part of generational wealth, right? Is having the mindset to kind of like what you said with the book, Jimmy, how we got to think again, right? We got
Yeah.
to really rethink the way we were programmed and taught to think, right? Got to really look at things from a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
a different lens, right? And kind of unlearn some of those things, such as debt being a bad thing all the time. And we're
Yeah.
not going to that because we talked about that last week. So if you didn't catch that one, for sure, go back to our previous recording. If you on a YouTube channel. It's on a YouTube channel for sure. Episode 12, we talked about credit repair and good debt and all that stuff. So we're not gonna get too deep into that today. However, it just goes to show how the mind plays a big part in everything, man. It just does, right? It does. And that leads to confidence,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And and how do we get higher confidence? By achieving goals,
Yeah. Absolutely.
right?
Even small ones.
There you go. That's the key. Small ones, right? And that was another topic I had was set achievable goals, which typically start by being small goals. All right. Yeah, I always say this, especially because I get, everybody wants to be in better shape. I feel like, right? But everybody like, oh, I want to be like super ripped. I want to take a pill and look like a model.
I know, right? Where's the
And
pill?
right, where's the pill? And that's just not the case. But it's like, hey, do small habits, get 1% better every day, right? Go to the gym. I would start that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say do shit. Like, don't even
Right.
work out. Just go. Just go to the gym. Just go to the gym, right?
Yep.
So
Go. Just go. Like walk in the building. Just look around. Look at the equipment. Like I say, don't even work out. Just walk around, tour the facility. Look at the
Yeah,
amenities. Look at the pool. Look at the hot tub. Look at the locker room. Just get a feel for it, right? It's always about doing something. And here's the dope thing about goals is like, hinted at, whether it's big or small, if you accomplish a goal, it builds your confidence. So that's how you get the momentum.
there you go.
But you
There you
have to
go.
set the goal. You got to hit it. So it's super
Gotta set,
important.
gotta set that thing, man. Gotta set it. Gotta set it.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
my man Mike say, discipline. If the pandemic taught me anything, it was discipline in my thought process. Man, there you go. You gotta find a silver lining, right?
Sir.
Gotta find it, man. So that's for sure. Gotta like we got another question, Jimmy.
At what age did you realize you had to change your ways to be successful and why?
That's a great question. Great
For
question.
me, it was age 24. And the reason why is I was 24. I was broke. I had no job. I had a college degree with no job. I lived with my mom in her basement. I had no money to put gas in my car. I used to eat peanut butter sandwiches because I couldn't afford jelly. And I was just like, what am I doing with my life right now? Like, I felt like a bum. I felt worthless. And,
Yeah.
I actually, what did I came across a YouTube video, and it was Jim Rohn. I don't know if anybody here has heard of Jim Rohn, but he's one of the greatest motivational speakers ever. Um, he said this phrase. It was so simple, but it clicked. It's like, if you want things to change for you, you have to change. And that's when it's like, wow, like I have to change. Like if I want circumstances around me to change, I have to change. And that's when I started doing different things like reading books, stop watching so much TV, journaling. And I really just started to dive into the personal development realm. And that's when my life changed.
That's deep, man. That's deep. And for me, I'll be honest. I'll say at the age of 17, right? 17, 18, around the time my daughter was born. So I had my first daughter young, right? And when I realized I was responsible for a life, I knew I had to be successful, right? Now, I didn't know how I was going to be successful. And what I mean was, I knew I was going to be successful at something, but at that age, right, I was young, knucklehead, so I was trying to be successful in things that wouldn't last, right,
Mm-hmm.
like street shit, just shit that just wasn't that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Stuff like that was important to me, but at that time, I knew I had to be successful. I knew I had to do something. Um, but at the same time, it took me 25 plus years to transition and gain all those experiences, right? And turn it into something where it is now, where I'm making legit money, based on myself. Like I created my, so to speak. All right. So that's a big thing for me. And knowing that I had the kid at the time on the way, it kind of made me change my whole thought process. And I knew I couldn't, even if I was going to be a street dude, I knew I couldn't be the typical street dude. You know what I'm saying? I knew I couldn't be the typical, hustler and things like that. So it just made me, really become more in depth and soaked in whatever I was going to do. I was going to be successful. And football, coaching saved my life. No doubt about it. So yeah, that's a great question. Great question. Hope we answered it. Say that will. Hey, preach. Well, you know how we can get on our soapbox, Mike. Don't
Yeah.
tell us to preach, man. We'll be up here 45 minutes, and then y'all be mad at us like, damn, coach, I gotta go to bed.
Right.
I
I got
never
work in
watch
the
your
morning.
show again, church, and things like that. But nah, so guys, hopefully you guys got some. Guys, drop a 5 in the chat and let me know you got something from this. All right, I'm gonna put a 5 in it because I definitely got something from this. I love doing this every week, and I hope you guys do too. So, with that said, we are going to let you go. That's a wrap for creating a positive mindset. Okay, for optimal performance. All right, love to see the 5s in the chat. Shout out to everybody with the 5s in the chat. So make sure you guys go to our YouTube channels, all right? At Ingrained to Train for Jimmy. He got great videos. He dropped gems, man. I'll be on there just watching. Jimmy don't even know, man. I'll be stalking his fucking page, man. This dude got just awesome gems. And also at Coach Bearcat TV, you know, that's where we stream this at. Guys, subscribe to the channels, follow us, share this with people who you know can use the information. Information is wealth. Share the wealth, okay? Next week, make sure you tune in. We're going to talk about mindful spending to achieve financial goals. All right.
Go.
Again, everything we do is intentional because that's what we do. We empower your financial future. Until next week, love you guys.
Appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Peace.